It is time for the Streamline, everything you need to know in 10 minutes or less. And we're going to start with the heat and the fire threat all around the Southwest this morning. In San Diego County, the Coches fire is now 100% contained after destroying 6 homes and injuring 2 people in Lakeside Monday. It started just after 3 in the afternoon and quickly spread to a mobile home complex. Huge flames erupted as fire crews tried to control it on the ground and in the air. The fire burned just over 5 acres. Crews worked through the night to get a handle on the fire. Now they're keeping an eye out for hot spots as people begin to return home. As of this morning, all evacuation orders have been lifted.
And we are hearing from some of the people whose homes were damaged or destroyed in that fire. They tell ABC 10 News reporter Ryan Hill they are thankful everyone got out alive.
The damage done in this mobile home park fire over here in Lakeside is clearly pretty evident and devastating for some families. You can see this unit right here, a total loss. It is just a smoldering pile of rubble, burnt all the way down to the foundation as it's covered in water from these first responders.
And that's certainly not the only home hit by the fire. Doug Maggart's lived in this home for around 7 years. He tells us he lost his trailer as the fire came up the back side of the hill. Doug's seen a lot of fires around the area, but never thought it would come to his back doorstep. With the future of his home uncertain, the most important thing is he and his wife made it out safely.
We had just enough time. They come through. We saw the streets getting smoky. They come through and said we had to evacuate. Next thing you know, nothing's left.
Other homes got hit by the fire too. Another neighbor, Bob Haynes, tells me the flames were warping parts of his trailer. He was trying to put out what he could with a garden hose. Bob tells me a massive tree, some of his family's belongings outside, and the back of his trailer got burned.
But we're very lucky. We're very grateful because there's other houses that have burned down. And also we have houses just 2 from us that are both gutted. They're burned down.
Ryan Hill, ABC 10 News.
A developing story on Capitol Hill this morning. The House Oversight Committee has received and now released its first batch of documents from Jeffrey Epstein's estate. And they include this birthday note to Epstein, allegedly signed by Donald Trump, though the president denies writing or signing it. It includes a crude drawing of a woman's body and reads, quote, "We have certain things in common, Jeffrey. Enigmas never aged. Have you noticed that?" Then at the bottom, another quote saying, "A pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday, and may we every day be another wonderful secret." The letter had a typed signature, Donald J. Trump, underneath, handwritten in thick marker, Donald. When it was first reported by the Wall Street Journal in July, President Trump called it fake.
I don't even know what they're talking about. Now, somebody could have written a letter and used my name.
It's not clear yet what other information the committee has received or when the public may receive it. Lawyers for Epstein's estate say more documents will be turned over on a rolling basis.
Meanwhile, the White House is planning more raids across the city of Chicago. The Trump administration says the operation, called the Midway Blitz, will target undocumented immigrants with criminal backgrounds. But Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker says he hasn't heard anything from the White House about this operation and that it was not coordinated with the state. Still unclear whether National Guard or other military troops will be deployed to the city. Now, this comes after the president's big win at the Supreme Court. The nation's top justices are giving federal agents a green light to make stops in L.A. that some have called racial profiling. ABC 10's reporter Laura Acevedo shows us what this means for San Diego County.
We should not have to live in a country where the government can seize anyone who looks Latino, speaks Spanish, and appears to work a low-wage job.
Quoting directly from Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor from Monday's Supreme Court ruling, the executive director for the ACLU of Southern California slammed the higher court's ruling Monday.
That is not Los Angeles, that is not America, and that is not the country that we want to live in.
The court lifted a judge's order that had stopped what are called roving patrols based on race, ethnicity, and what language people speak. What that means now is federal agents in Los Angeles and other SoCal regions can stop and question people about immigration status based on things like speaking Spanish, how they look, or where they work. The court ruling does not include San Diego County.
I believe that, yes, they are going to be coming to San Diego. They are already here, and they are already targeting Mexican people. They are already racially profiling.
Arturo Gonzalez is a San Diego-based activist, most recently helping buy out street vendors so they can stay home out of immigration enforcement fears.
They unfortunately are working in fear, but they have to. They have to come out here because this is the only way that they can make ends meet.
In its 6-3 ruling, the court says ethnicity alone cannot create suspicion for stopping someone. However, they decided it can be a, quote, relevant factor along with others. Gonzalez worries that could lead to even U.S. citizens getting stopped.
It is better to be safe than sorry. Definitely carry a passport with you.
DHS Secretary Kristi Noem called Monday's ruling, quote, a win for the safety and security of the American people. The original lawsuit will now continue to play out in the lower courts here in California. Laura Acevedo, ABC 10 News.
Governor Newsom also issued a statement on the Supreme Court ruling saying in part, quote, Trump's private police force now has a green light to come after your family and every person is now a target, but we will continue fighting these abhorrent attacks on Californians.
Today, Apple is set to unveil its next lineup of iPhones, but prices could be higher because of President Trump's global trade war. The phones are made in China and India, and those countries face some of the steepest tariffs from the Trump administration. Analysts predict Apple may raise prices by $50 to $100 on some of the newer models.
Nowadays, people are always looking for ways to make ends meet, and now many are using their backyards to make some extra cash. This pool started off as Lisa Brown's sanctuary, but through the years, it's evolved into an income generator. Thanks to Swimply, an app where homeowners can list their pools, tennis, pickleball, and basketball courts for rent. Lisa says her pool is usually rented out during the week for swimming lessons, and weekends keep her busy because of group rentals.
It's rented every weekend, sometimes back to back. Like last weekend, I had 3 parties back to back till 11 at night. And then sometimes I'll do 3 in a day, 2 in a day, Friday night, but Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, it's booked.
Lisa's pool rates start at $60 an hour for one person. The price goes up with more people. But Lisa says it's a lot cheaper compared to other options around town. We did some research and found day pool passes at local hotels will run you anywhere from $22 per person to $500 for cabanas. That's not including the cost of food, drinks, or parking.
It's a very inexpensive venue, and you don't have to bring anything. The floaties, the towels, the stereo, the shower, all you have to do is bring your food and drinks. And it's cheaper than renting a venue where there's not a pool.
Here's how the booking cost breaks down. Bunham Laskin is the CEO of Swimply.
So yes, there is essentially there's what the owner charges, and then there's an additional 10% fee that Swimply tackles on that helps us with payment processing and obviously providing all the protections that we do in the platform costs.
He says Swimply is offering a subscription service for $19 a month, where you have 0 service fees, special promo codes every month, and discounts. Lisa says over the last 4 years, she's rented out her property 260 times. During this time, Lisa's been able to remodel her backyard, adding more amenities like a barbecue area and games. The property also has its own professional greeter, her pet pig, Hamilton. Lisa says income from the bookings have helped pay for those changes and maintenance of her backyard. Marie Cornell, ABC 10 News.
And that's your ABC 10 News Streamline. Everything you need to know today in under 10 minutes.